Ever notice how some people catch every cold going around, while others stay healthy no matter what? You know that person. They never miss work, never call in sick, and somehow dodge every flu season like they have superpowers. Meanwhile, you're on your third cold this winter. What's their secret? The answer isn't luck. It's your immune system, and the fascinating science behind why it's so different for each of us. The Healthy Dividend: Wellness Tips for a Richer, Healthier Life. Here's the thing. Even among perfectly healthy people with no underlying diseases, immune system strength varies dramatically. Two people exposed to the exact same virus can have completely different outcomes. One gets knocked out for a week, the other doesn't even sniffle. Why? Scientists have been piecing together this puzzle, and what they've discovered is mind-blowing. Your immune strength isn't determined by just one thing. It's an intricate dance between your genes, your lifestyle, your environment, your stress levels, and even your age. Let's break down what's really happening inside your body. First up, genetics. You inherit a unique immune blueprint from your parents, and it matters more than you might think. At the heart of this genetic lottery are your HLA genes. Think of them as your immune system's ID scanner. These genes create proteins that present pieces of invaders to your immune cells, basically saying, "Hey, look at this bad guy." The more diverse your HLA genes, the broader range of threats you can recognize and fight off. Some people hit the genetic jackpot with highly diverse HLA genes, making them better equipped to handle various infections and even respond better to vaccines. But it goes deeper. Your body creates an army of T cells and B cells, the elite soldiers of your adaptive immune system. Through a process called somatic recombination, each person generates unique receptors on these cells that can recognize specific threats. High diversity here means you're ready for almost anything. Low diversity, you're more vulnerable to novel infections. There's even more. Rare genetic mutations can cause primary immunodeficiency diseases, where people suffer recurrent, severe infections. But even subtle genetic variations affect how well you produce antibodies, respond to cytokines, and coordinate immune responses. Here's where it gets really cool. Scientists have developed ways to grade your immune health, like a report card for your immunity. One system, known as the Immune Health Grade, IHG, evaluates the ratio of cytotoxic T cells, CD8+, which kill infected or cancerous cells, to helper T cells, CD4+, which support other immune cells in fighting infections in your blood. This grading helps assess the strength and balance of your immune response. The perfect balance gets you an IHGI grade, the highest resilience. Imbalances signal declining resilience and increased health risks. Another approach uses gene expression patterns that predict survival versus mortality risk. Studies involving tens of thousands of people have proven that higher immune resilience predicts longer lifespan, better resistance to infections like HIV and influenza, lower cancer recurrence, and improved survival from serious illnesses. The best part? Your immune resilience isn't fixed. You can actually improve it with the right strategies. Before we talk about what you can control, let's understand your body's frontline defenders, your innate immune system. This is your rapid response team that acts immediately when threats appear. Neutrophils rush to the scene, engulfing and destroying bacteria. Natural killer cells hunt down virus-infected cells without needing prior training. Your skin and mucous membranes form physical barriers. And here's something fascinating. Recent discoveries show that innate immune cells have a form of memory called trained immunity. Certain vaccines can actually reprogram these cells to respond better to future threats, even from completely different pathogens. Your respiratory tract has an amazing defense called the mucociliary escalator. Tiny hairs called cilia beat in coordinated waves, moving mucus that traps germs up and out of your lungs. When this system works well, pathogens never get a foothold. But factors like smoking, pollution, dehydration, or even cold, dry air can slow it down, making you more vulnerable to infections. Now, let's talk about something nobody escapes: immunosenescence, the gradual weakening of immunity with age. Your thymus, the organ that produces new T cells, starts shrinking in your 20s and is mostly replaced by fat by the time you're elderly. This means fewer fresh immune cells to recognize new threats. Your immune system increasingly relies on memory cells from past infections, which may not handle novel pathogens as well. But here's the kicker. Aging also brings inflammaging, chronic low-grade inflammation that damages tissues and contributes to age-related diseases. It's like your immune system gets stuck with the alarm on all the time, creating wear and tear throughout your body. The good news? Scientists are developing interventions to reverse some of this, from drugs that eliminate senescent cells to experimental thymic rejuvenation therapies. And lifestyle changes can significantly slow immune aging, which we'll get to shortly. Your surroundings play a huge role. Cold weather doesn't directly suppress your immune system, that's a myth. But cold, dry air impairs local defenses in your nose and throat. It reduces blood flow to mucous membranes, slows ciliary movement, and dries out protective surfaces, making it easier for viruses to invade. Air pollution is a serious immune disruptor. Particulate matter and other pollutants damage epithelial barriers, induce chronic inflammation, and impair that crucial mucociliary clearance we talked about. And then there's your microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your gut and respiratory tract. These microbes train your immune system, helping it distinguish friend from foe. About 70% of your immune cells hang out in gut-associated tissue, constantly interacting with these microbes. A diverse, balanced microbiome supports strong immunity. Dysbiosis, when that balance is disrupted, leaves you vulnerable. Here's the empowering part. Even if you weren't dealt the best genetic hand, lifestyle factors can dramatically boost your immune strength. Nutrition. Deficiencies in vitamins A, C, D, E, zinc, selenium, and protein all impair immunity. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides the building blocks your immune cells need. Vitamin D modulates both innate and adaptive immunity. Deficiency increases respiratory infections. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation. The gut connection. Remember that microbiome? You can nurture it with probiotics and prebiotics. Studies show certain strains like Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG can reduce the risk and duration of respiratory infections when taken consistently. Fiber-rich foods feed beneficial gut bacteria that produce compounds supporting immune regulation. Sleep. This is non-negotiable. Even one night of poor sleep reduces natural killer cell activity and impairs vaccine responses. Chronic sleep deprivation creates a pro-inflammatory state. Adults need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night for optimal immune function. Exercise. Regular, moderate exercise, think brisk walking 30 minutes 5 times a week, enhances immune surveillance, reduces inflammation, and improves vaccine responses. Both aerobic and resistance training have benefits. But beware, excessive intense exercise without adequate recovery can temporarily suppress immunity. Weight management. Obesity impairs immune responses by altering lymphocyte function and increasing inflammation. Even modest weight loss through diet and exercise restores immune competence. Your mental state profoundly affects your immunity, a field called psychoneuroimmunology. Chronic stress activates your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, flooding your body with cortisol and catecholamines that suppress immune function. Studies show anxiety directly reduces immunity across all cultures, independent of other factors. But here's the flip side. Strong social connections, positive emotions, and quality of life are protective. They reduce inflammation and support immune resilience. Loneliness and isolation increase infection susceptibility and worsen outcomes. Vaccines remain one of our most powerful tools. They train your adaptive immune system to recognize and remember specific threats, creating memory T and B cells that provide long-lasting protection. While vaccine effectiveness varies based on genetics, age, and health status, new platforms, high-dose vaccines, adjuvanted formulations, mRNA technology are improving responses, especially in older adults. And remember trained immunity? Some vaccines, like BCG, primarily used to protect against tuberculosis, provide bonus protection against unrelated infections through epigenetic reprogramming of innate immune cells. This is being explored as a strategy to enhance overall immune resilience. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine recognized a game-changing discovery: regulatory T cells, or Tregs. These specialized immune cells act as peacekeepers, suppressing excessive immune activation and preventing autoimmunity. They maintain the delicate balance between fighting infections and not attacking your own body. When Tregs malfunction, severe autoimmune diseases can result. When they're overactive, they can hamper anti-tumor immunity. Understanding Tregs has opened new therapeutic avenues for autoimmune diseases, transplantation, and cancer treatment. So, what about those people who seem to catch everything? Often, it's not one factor but a combination. Chronic stress or anxiety suppressing immune function, inadequate or inconsistent sleep, poor diet or micronutrient deficiencies, high pathogen exposure, crowded environments, poor hygiene, underlying sinus or respiratory conditions, impaired mucociliary clearance from environmental factors, simply more awareness of symptoms that others might ignore. Ready to optimize your immune resilience? Here's your evidence-based roadmap. Move your body. 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 times weekly, plus resistance training twice a week. Eat smart. Emphasize colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and stay hydrated. Prioritize sleep. 7 to 9 hours nightly, with good sleep hygiene, consistent schedule, dark room, stress management before bed. Manage stress. Practice mindfulness, yoga, tai chi, or relaxation techniques. Cultivate strong social connections. Support your microbiome. Consider probiotics, eat prebiotic fiber, avoid unnecessary antibiotics. Stay current on vaccines. Consult your healthcare provider to get recommended boosters. Older adults should ask about high-dose or adjuvanted options. Avoid immune disruptors. Don't smoke, limit alcohol, minimize pollution exposure when possible. Practice hygiene. Regular hand washing remains one of the simplest, most effective preventive measures. Maintain healthy weight. Address obesity through comprehensive lifestyle changes. Consider supplementation, vitamin D in winter months, or if you have limited sun exposure, consult your healthcare provider about other needs. Your immune system is remarkable, a complex, adaptable network that protects you every single day. While you can't change your genetic blueprint, you have tremendous power to enhance your immune resilience through lifestyle choices. The science is clear. The people who never get sick aren't just lucky. They're often, whether intentionally or not, supporting their immune systems through better sleep, nutrition, stress management, and healthy habits. The exciting news is that these strategies work at any age, and it's never too late to start. As our population ages and we face emerging infectious challenges, understanding and optimizing our immune health becomes more crucial than ever. Armed with this knowledge, you can take control of your immune destiny and build resilience that serves you for life. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.